We are live. Shout out to anybody and everybody who's watching this on the replay. This is the Friday Live brought to you by the Hood. I'm Jimmy, my partner in crime, Core. As always, Core, what's up, good brother?
Man, what's really good, Jim? I'm just out here, you know, chilling, doing regular things, man.
You making the
So,
noise? Everything good?
yeah, man, everything is good, man.
Feeling
You
good?
know,
You're
no,
not in trouble. You maintaining.
yeah, man. Things going on around me, but nothing that's going to break my stride. So, what I
Yes.
mean? I ain't gonna complain. Like it's the world is evolving, the world is changing around me. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is, but people out here, struggling. And so, take care of your people, man. Those that love you and if you love them back, make sure they're good, man. There's
Bro, I had
people out here, man. No, man. I'm just saying, like, people out here struggling like bad.
like man, we ain't seen it real struggle yet. It's gonna get worse, but
Oh, for sure. That's part of part of the reason I'm saying that. Like, you know, if you can see what's coming, it's a sledgehammer about to come straight downhill.
yeah. So my day was crazy, bro. And it made me just, think. Every time I think about something, I think about black wealth because I bring everything. I was talking to Kamari about this. I relate everything to black wealth. I could be watching a football game and something happened, and somehow I relate to black wealth. But I had issues with my whip, so I'm a cheap boy. So I drive an old Toyota because that's what they told me to do. And the millionaire next door, don't draw with your cars, right? So my car is cool. Never have issues with it. But I started having an issue with it. I took it to the shop. They're like, "Yo, your joint leaking oil, and it's leaking so fast that don't drive it." Blah. Make a long story short, bro. The regular car mechanic couldn't do it, so I had to take it to the dealer.
Oh
And
God.
so it's still there right now. I got a loaner, and I hate doing that because every time I go to the dealer, I get a loaner. They always give me the brand new joint. You know what I mean? So now I'm sitting around in a brand new joint, like maybe I should pull the trigger. So they be definitely giving me the 2023 with 2 miles on it. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like now I got a brand new joint outside. So, but anyway, as I'm sitting there thinking, I'm going through this nonsense, man. So I had to have a car towed because I didn't want to drive it because it was leaking oil that bad. I had to have it towed. Got to pay for whatever it's going to be. And I'm sitting there like, yo, this world ain't made for no poor folks. Because if you don't have savings and you get hit with that, either you're going to do you're going to run in a crazy credit card debt, or you're just going to be ass out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I was just sitting there thinking, like, damn, man, like everything costs, right? So I know a lot of times we get criticized by some of our more woke, conscious brothers about talking about money, but I'm like, yo, you can't survive out here without bread. Like,
Yo, it's crazy. Like, I was doing my car stuff last week, and I did not catch the dealership okey doke. I was getting my tags. I was getting my tags redone for for my registration, and they hit me over the head with a couple dollars, broski. Like, I got slapped, but just like
I'm gonna get slapped crazy too when they finish whatever work I'll be done. But I'm just like, yo, how do you do anything? Like anything, literally, like not even extravagant things. I just be sitting there thinking like,
stuff.
So on the one hand, I'm sitting like, damn, I'm blessed because I'm in a position where like I'm just inconvenienced in terms of my time, but I have a response to everything going on. But I'm sitting there, but also because how I think, I'm like, some folks don't have responses to this. So what happens is, and we talk about investing, finance, and I think it's important to talk about this. What happens is, and you talked about this too, Cord. You talked about this at one of our live events. I think the way you framed it was
Responsibility.
you said response ability, like your ability to respond to things, right? So I'm still in Corey's bars right now. He said response and ability, like when things happen in life, do you have the ability to respond to it? So a lot of times when we look at wealth like, I mean, I want to make X amount passive, I want to leave millions to my kids, but sometimes it's simple as like, yo, your refrigerator go out, do you got the bread to respond to that? Your car shuts down, do you have the bread to respond to that? And if you're not good with saving and putting yourself in a great position, you know what I'm saying? And by the way, shout out to everybody who's here. Let me see who's here. Hit the like button for me, please, if y'all can, so we can get this in front of more of our folks. But I think that's an excellent point, Corey, because the one thing about social media, man, everybody is showing off Lambos and you know what I mean, and exotic trips. Everybody's scamming. There's a whole lot going on, but I'm talking about basic necessities, bro. Like how you feed your family when you go to work and your job say, "Yo, we don't need your services no more because you know we get the economy slowing down." How you feed your family? Don, or should I say V Don, ETF guy. What's up, Don? How are you, good brother?
What it is though.
Don, I was looking at something the other day. I think I was talking to Kamari. We were talking about FinCon. Both of us are going to FinCon this year, which is in New Orleans. So I'm gonna be down in New Orleans doing all kinds of greedy stuff. We were talking about FinCon, and he was showing me this like the specific like group about Black wealth or something like that. And he was like, "Yo, look all these folks in here." And they go, "I say, yo, Don is everywhere. There's Black wealth talk, dog." So Don is our guy, man. Shout out to Don. And for those who don't know, make sure you go follow Don Johnson. You know what I'm saying? That's our brother. Lance is in the building. What's good, Lance? A legendary
Hey,
Lance.
what's going on?
Detroit's in the building. What up, though? Jamil, how are you, good brother?
Here.
Dealership Okie doke. Yeah, man. They got me out there to 2023. I gotta mind my business and take it back. I might go crazy this weekend putting miles on that bitch. I ain't gonna hold you. Unlimited miles. Hey, Jay, what's up, good brother? Jay is out killing it right now. For those who are not in the MDC, y'all missing out because Jay cooking. Adrian, what's good? What's good? What's good?
Hey.
See, listen to what I'm talking about. We just got hit with rotors and brakes in my wife's car a couple weeks ago. We're just going for an inspection. See what I mean? You know.
Slapped.
Champ says that's how they want the system to work. Keep paying out. Yeah, so I was thinking about that too. Like the only way the system works is if money constantly flows, right? So that's why they call it currency. Yeah, you know, it's got to keep moving. Go from one place to the next place. With that being said, yo, everybody watching, please do me a favor, hit the like button, man. We got a number of folks here, but nobody's really banging that like button for us, man. Please do that for us.
When you say that, right, and that's going to go into what we're talking about tonight, as far as currency moving from place to place.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the thing about the United States, and they call it the land of the free. It's really not the land of the free. It's really the land of free consumption. Right?
Yeah,
it is.
No, I'm laughing. It sounded like one of the things somebody said on Hidden Colors. That's what it reminded me of.
It is, though. It's the land of free consumption, right? Because people don't come here to be free, like because they wherever they from, they don't really dislike where they're from that much most of the time. It's mostly because there's no restrictions on what they can buy here. Literally, it's not about being free. It's a land of free consumption. It's money. It's overt debt. It's money. It's, you know what I mean? Like you can come here and just get whatever you desire, literally. And so, you know, it's not really about the rules, because the rules aren't very much different than, you know what I mean? Like some places in the world are very extreme, but the rules aren't very much different. You know what I mean? It's more about how you can consume.
It depends upon where you are, right? But I understand your overall point. It's just interesting though, man. Like one of the things about traveling, and not just traveling abroad, but when you meet people like even here that come from different places or different cultures, is just seeing how their culture moves, right? One of the we always talk about content we consume. And one of the podcasts, my new podcast I've been listening to is Kosher Money, right? And Kosher Money is a financial podcast, but it's made for people in the Jewish community, and all their guests are Jewish people, right? But I listen to it, it's almost like me peeking in and seeing what they're talking about, right?
Yeah.
And what's interesting is how they have that common thing that bonds them, right? Which is the Torah. And I think about that as it pertains to our folks, right? Because I don't know what that thing is. So when I'm online every day, and I know you see the same thing, it's like we just be going at each other. The relationship podcast show, they gotta die for one, because the men going at the women going at the men, like it gets nasty. But and I've had this conversation on the Black Wealth Project before about like what's that common thing that bond. We're so separate, and we operate in so many silos that is crazy, right? But this goes to your point about why everybody in the world comes here. But when they come here, they still have that thing that common thing that bonds them. Let me tell you a quick
Yeah.
story, right? So I was just in Vegas a couple weeks ago, at a real estate data analytics conference. That sounds like some real nerdish, but it's a brother out there that I've done work with all the time. He's an Indian brother, and we went out to dinner and we just talking. Very humble, very low key. He lives in Philly too, and we just talking. And he's on the phone and he's telling somebody like, "Yo, that's not an expense. That's not an expense." And I didn't know what he was talking about because, from my understanding, he just works for the company he works for and he does mapping, like GIS mapping. Come to find out, like this dude owns like a 7-acre tire farm in India. This dude is worth millions, and I had no idea. And I've known this boy like 15 years, right? So then that like really piqued my curiosity. So I'm asking him all kinds of questions about import, export, because I just don't know anything about it. And from a culture standpoint, it was just amazing to see like his mindset and how he thinks about everything, right? In terms of not just business, but family. Yeah, tire farm, Adrian. Like, so he contracts with like the major tire manufacturers, buy their stuff off of him. Dude has like and the funny thing is they call it they call it a not a tire farm. What do they call it? A tire plantation. That's what it's actually called, a tire plantation. You know, that word is very triggering for a lot of folks, but that's what it's called. But it was just interesting, like just to hear his perspective on money and family and how when you talk about money, family and money overlap in the conversation anytime we had a conversation. And I said, that's interesting itself. But our folks,
Yeah,
you don't hear that a lot.
because we taught not to trust the people around us, right? But and there's a good reason for that, right? Because a lot of times the people around us are dream crushers, and so as soon as we reach our dreams, we try to get away from them. You know,
So what's the
you might
solution?
come off.
Let's talk
Hmm?
solutions, not just from you, from everybody watching. What are the solutions, right? So we got all these issues. We don't talk about family. We don't work together enough.
Well, the unresolved trauma, right? Again, I'm gonna take it back to my area of expertise, which is mental health. You know what I mean? Like that's unresolved trauma. You see what I'm saying? Like you reach a level of success, and you know you can't live in the hood.
Yeah.
You become bait.
Mm-hmm.
You can't live in the neighborhoods that you know that you got your start in. You can't live in those neighborhoods, even
So
as those neighborhoods are changing.
so my question is, in an aggregate, right? Not just individually. What is the solution? Unless the solution is something we do individually, right? Because a lot of us have trauma
Uh,
and survive.
I,
You know, I was
I'll
having.
give you my personal solution to that, which is I found my tribe.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, the family you were born into doesn't have to be the family you die in. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? You can redefine what family is. You know, there's difference between relatives and family.
Mm-hmm.
What they do, what you're talking about is they build with their relatives.
Yeah.
But there's a thing that you can do, you can build with family. Like I can build anything with you, and I can
Mm-hmm.
build anything with Kamari, and I can build anything with Tracy, and I
Yeah.
can build anything, you know what I mean, with the Ivy Invest. I can build with Malik. I can build, you know what I mean? Like I've built
Yeah.
a family that I can
Mm-hmm.
build things with, right? So you can there's a difference between relatives and family, right? So I have my family, which is, you know, my kids and my wife,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? And then, you know, I have my aunts and my uncles and all of those people and my mom but I don't really do business with them. I'm just gonna keep it a thou
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you know, I got trust issues based on past traumatic experiences.
So you got your own set of trauma, right? So what we're
Exactly.
talking about is a lot of folks out there have trauma, family trauma, whatever it may be, that like seeps into the finance part. I think that behavioral finance is probably the most interesting field to study. Um, and I was just thinking about that this week. I said, I wonder what Core's response to that would be. Like, what are the solutions about that? Like, so we understand that we have trauma, right? But you're saying if everybody just took the approach of finding their tribe, that's the
Yeah,
solution.
you build with like-minded people, right? You
Mm-hmm.
because the energy is going to be good. Because the thing about building is the energy is bad, it's going to crumble. So you got
Yeah.
to build with like energy. You know what I mean? Like
No,
energy is the
I
most.
agree.
There's
I
nothing
agree.
like human energy, and
But
like this. That's another thing that I talk about. There's the world runs off human energy, right? Everybody talking about the world runs off oil and information. Well, information is nothing but human energy. You know what I mean? And so the world runs off human energy. And so you got to find a tribe of people that have the same, that's on the same frequency, that's on the same wavelength, or else you going to suffer. Like,
but that's hard though. I'm gonna tell you why it's difficult.
That frequency.
So I agree with you 1,000%. But why it's difficult is because, like, if you're, I assume that's a whole other question. I was going to ask you, like, at people at their baseline, do you think people are evil or do you think they're good? But we'll get into that later. My point is, any person that cares about their family, right? The average person cares about their family, so it's very difficult. And I know a lot of us that are watching. I see folks in the comments. I've seen people post about this. But my wife specifically, she has like survivor's remorse, like on another level. Like I be having to tell her, like, yo, you got to take care of yourself. Like, but she feels so guilty about things she's able to accomplish that when it comes to her family, sometimes she ODs. And, I know she'll see this, but she knows I'm not lying either. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's something that we talk about. Like, that survivor's remorse is a real thing. People think about that as it pertains to just being like an athlete or entertainer. But everyday Joes that, like, get,
that can do more than the average person, you still feel it.
You still feel it. You absolutely feel it, especially if you care for your family like most of us do. Most of us care for our family. So, like, how do you deal with that? I feel like I'm interviewing you, but these are questions.
No, that's a great question. The question is the response is twofold. The response is twofold. One, I don't, and then the other one is when I do deal with it, me, I'm kind of harsher than most people, right?
But here's the thing: I think you've gotten there, right? Because me and you talked on the phone a couple weeks ago for a couple hours, and we were talking about some family stuff. And I was like, damn, bro, like, you've gotten to a point. You weren't there. Even if I said
not at all.
You've gotten to a point.
Yeah, I've gotten to a point where if you are the what you are, what your decisions say you are, right? And so in my eyes, if I feel like, I've tried and done everything I could over a number of years, over a number of circumstances to try to help you, and you refuse my help, it tells me two things: you don't trust me, and that my energy is being wasted, right? So at that point, if you don't trust me, your outcomes are no longer my concern. You know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to be harsh. I'm just trying to, for me, I don't have enough energy to concern myself with somebody who doesn't trust me, because before I can help them, I got to build a level of trust with them that I don't have time to build. I got my own kids. I got 4 kids, and I got a wife, and those are my primary people.
But it's still got to be tough if you're talking about people like mothers, brothers,
sisters. People I love dearly, but this is not. I haven't cut them off, but what I don't do is I don't allow them to take me to places where it jeopardizes my primary focus, which is my personal family that I've created. Right? I am responsible for my 4 children. I am responsible for the happiness of my children and my wife.
Yes,
that is and once I focus, I'm mission driven. My mission is to drive happiness for my children and my wife.
Yeah,
there's no other focus that's going to supersede that focus, and that includes relatives that have helped me get to the places that I've gotten to. I will not poo-poo them and say they've never helped me, I'm never going to get on any national airwaves and say that kind of stuff, because it's not true. They have definitely helped me, but there's a difference between helping someone and trusting them. And for good reason, because for a lot of my life, I was into a lot of stuff, and so they didn't trust me. But at the point where you are asking me for things and I'm giving them to you, and then it's not good enough, right? Whatever I give you ain't good enough, I'm cool, right? I can compartmentalize more. I can compartmentalize better than most people.
You had to get to that point. For everybody watching,
it took me about 25 years to get to this point. Excuse me. I don't know what's going on with my eye.
Man, it's probably allergies, because this weather over here is out of control.
My eye is twitching.
Yo, when the weather get like this, my allergies be going crazy. It's like 50, then it's like 88. I'm like, come on, cuz I don't know what's going on. But listen, for those watching, how do you deal with survivor's remorse, or do you even like? Is that something that you deal with at all? Some people may say, I don't even deal with that. Like, I just want to know how you guys deal with that.
We talking about moving capital, right? The capital that I moved was my energy, right? So, because at certain points in my life, I've had a lot of money, and at certain points in my life, I was flat broke, like sleeping on people's couch broke. And I'm the same either way. The thing that I always provide is energy, right? Like my energy is really reserved for people who have the same energy as I do right now. I'm not getting into it with nobody. I ain't giving nobody no energy that don't deserve my energy, right? And the thing is, if you elicit my negative energy, I'm gonna give you that too, but I'm gonna give it to you the same way you want it. Like, don't leave me alone. You know what I mean? Like, I'm that type of person. Like, if you keep coming into contact with me, I'm gonna give you exactly what you want, whether it's positive or negative.
Whoa! I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I'm just saying, not like that. I'm just saying, but that's how I've gotten. You know what I mean? Like, look, my energy is that important to me, though. Like
Jose, our brother Jose, who's tuning in, just sent me a beam via Cash App and said for the spin tonight. Oh. Damn!
Oh, let's. Jose is a recent graduate. Congratulations.
Oh, you finished. Jose. I ain't been on the timeline, so I ain't see the Jose Peach family.
Congratulations, Jose.
I want you to know I definitely just got your Cash App, man. Appreciate that, man. Obviously, we're not keeping it. We're gonna give it right back out to the folks. But Jose, let me know how you want to do that. You want to do 425s or you want to do 250s? I mean, you're the one giving, so you tell me what you want to do. Tonight is sponsored by Jose. How you want to do that, good brother?
Yeah.
Linda says unresolved and continued trauma. That's absolutely true. Champ, gather like-minded people. We can't save everyone. Yeah, that's something that it took me a while to learn. Like, it's true, but I wasn't always there. Right. Everybody ain't family. Vibe with your tribe. This is true. Network. GC is in the building. What's up, beloved? Truth is, everyone can't come. Keep your circle tight and elevate. Some will have to be left behind. It's like remind me of that Umar pick when he was like, he was like, we got to get rid of him for good. When he talking about the young boys in the water.
Bro, Umar is good. He might be the funniest person on social media.
Yo, and it's only funny because he ain't trying to be funny.
Exactly. No, it's only funny because he's super serious.
He's super serious. If any of you guys ever met Umar, and I had the pleasure of meeting him several times, because he's here in Philly and used to be at Black and Nobel together, and he'd be dead ass. Like he's dead ass. But anyway, some of my friends are more family than my relatives. A lot of us don't know how to navigate what we see.
Oh man,
uh-oh. I love to find your tribe answer. It makes a huge difference. GC said he doesn't deal with survivor's remorse. So GC, I have to ask you a question on top of that. Have you ever dealt with it, or you just don't even think about folks like, how is that? Angela says she pushes people away. I don't know if that's the right answer, but I mean that's
her answer.
Yeah, thank you for your honesty.
You know what I mean? Listen, but that might be the right answer for her because you don't know what kind of people she's coming into contact with.
This is absolutely true. Thank you for your honesty about that. Rich is in the building.
What's going on, Rich?
4 winners. All right, 4 folks getting 25 tonight from our brother Jose. It's sponsored by Jose, man. Jose, I didn't know you just graduated. What is your degree in? Congratulations, good brother, because I know you put a lot of work in.
I know you're talking about accounting.
It's something in the finance space. Let us know what your degree is in, Jose. You know what I'm saying? Lance is laughing. Jamil says, congratulations and thank you ×3, Jose. All right. So my cutoff game is savage. I currently only speak with 4 relatives. Everyone doesn't even have a recent contact number for me. And the majority of my relatives have no clue where I live. That's my way of dealing with survivor's remorse. Man. It's like a lot of us, we need to set up have our own therapy session together.
Yeah, like a group.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's see what else we got. The sound says salute. Appreciate you pulling up.
You gotta go back.
Oh, Don, here we got Don's message. My bad. I deal with survivor's remorse, but looking out for the next generation. I got a niece and nephew that got Spelman Morehouse College from waiting for them already. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
So basically, you focus your energy on the not the ones behind you, but the ones in front of you.
Yeah, man. That's dope. That's dope stuff.
Yeah, thanks, Jose. Some of y'all out here savage. Everybody's saying, "Yo, my cutoff game is ruthless."
Listen, man. What I tell you that because that energy you feel, that weight you feel lifted off your shoulders when you get away from that bad energy is crazy. Like it feels like you can breathe. You know how you running and it feels like you running with a weight vest on, and then you get away from certain, like, it's like, for me, it's the difference between Philadelphia and Colorado, right? When I was in Colorado, the air was different, bro. The air was just different.
Well, are you saying that because of like the altitude?
Yeah, the air was literal. The literal air was different, and I could just breathe different. Like, it was just different. Now, if you ask me where I want to live at, I like the grind of the city. Okay. But you talking about breathing? Like, it was nothing like it. I had never experienced that. I went to Mexico. I didn't know Mexico City was as high up as it was. I had no idea. Like, I was like, damn, why am I so short of breath? And I was in good shape at that time. You know what I mean? Like, but I didn't realize that I was a mile up in the air.
Jose, I just want to make sure you see this, that Greg is shooting you a congratulations as well. And a little bit on Jose, he says, May 11th, his BA is in business management with a minor in financial services, man. Dope. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. All right. I don't think I'm a survivor. I just think I'm trying to hit my goals. Well, it's not necessarily about being a survivor. That's just a term for it. When you know you have whatever.
When you succeed and other people around you don't succeed at that same level.
Yeah. So it's just a term for it. Not that you're a survivor, but how do you deal with maybe because a lot of us, we want our family, our closest ones to us as we grow to be where we are, and some of us have accomplished things they haven't. And how do you deal with that guilt if you have any? More congratulations coming in to Jose. I want to be more solutions based with it. I'm working on it. Angela, I appreciate that. That's why we're having this conversation. Rich says congrats. Angela also says congrats. So Adrian says, I've never dealt with survivor's remorse because most of the family I grew up with were solidly middle class. And some of us has moved to upper middle class. We're children of sharecroppers who sacrifice for us and preach self-respect, self-accountability, hard work, and education. That's dope.
Yeah, that's not that's not most black people's story.
My family,
I'm glad it's yours.
No, that's the way it's supposed to be. My family runs the gamut. I got everything from people that achieve way more than I have to people that are still crackheads right now. Like, I mean, it's just what it is. Like, just what it is. But I love them all, though. That's the thing. And learn from them all. More congrats to Jose. Yes, that's right. Congrats to our brother, man. And he's also showing love. So he's sponsoring our giveaway this evening. So this evening, we're going to have 4 giveaways, all sponsored by our brother Jose with a bachelor's degree. So GC says, I don't have the patience for certain stuff. Trying to convince someone who is scared to build wealth is one of those things for me. It's either in you or it ain't. GC, I think I'm getting to that point too. I had maybe like a 2-3 hour conversation this week with our brother Diamond Dave. Me and Dave jumped on the phone and we were just chopping it up. And he helped me get to that point, man. Like, Dave is brilliant, yo. For those who don't know Diamond Dave, man, make sure you look up Diamond Dave on YouTube. Follow his YouTube page, Diamond David Williams on Instagram and all that. But we jumped on the phone for a minute. And we talked for hours and we just we're going over different things. And Dave is one of them people that anytime you talk to him, he gives you a different perspective or teaches you about something you may not have even thinking about it that way. And that's one of them things, man, like in terms of just being more focused on how you use your time. Because he was talking about that too, like spending so much time trying to reach folks that don't even want to be help. Like he was like, I'm at the point now, because he said, look, I know how to trade and do this stuff myself. I don't need to help anybody, right? So if they want help, they'll come see me, but I don't have to be out there just always looking to help people because I know how to do it. And I was like, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. And shout out to Diamond Dave. I had 3 conversations this week that was like crazy. It's crazy they all happened in 1 week. I had like a 3-hour conversation with Kamari, the Finance Rebel, who's also on YouTube. Follow the Finance Rebel. And I talked to Lorenzo. Me and Lorenzo talked for a couple hours because me and Lorenzo actually closed.
You was talking with the Titans this week.
Yeah, man. Well, me and Lorenzo actually closed the deal today. We closed the deal on a property today. So, but we was talking for a while this week, and we was just chopping it up. But hey, I had 3 great conversations. But Diamond Dave, like me and Dave don't talk that often, but every time we talk, Dave always Dave was like a teacher, bro. Like he don't even realize. I was like, dog, I need to send you a cash app for this. And the funny thing is, he reached out to me. He's like, I want to pick your brain about something. I'm like, cool. Like, I got a real estate question. So I'm like, cool. So we jump on the phone. Next thing I know, he's schooling me. I'm like, damn, I feel like I owe you, bro. But that's who Diamond Dave is, man. Diamond Dave is that guy, man. So shout out to our brother Dave, man.
Real, that's real love, man.
His way of looking at things.
But listen how that energy went, right? He said, "I need to talk to you," and he brought something with him when he came to talk to you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like that's real family energy. You know what I mean? Like because you could have poo-pooed him like, look, man, if you want my time, you can get my time how everybody else get my, you know what I mean? Like you could have played a role, and then on the other hand, he could have just asked this question and got off the phone. You know what I mean? Like both of y'all was willing to share, and that's how the energy gets reciprocated.
Listen, bro, what I'm saying? That's how it always is. Anybody that's within our community, even if you're not like in the MDC, like folks will tell you that if they hit me up, I'm very transparent. I tell you exactly what I do, what I don't do. Last week, I had a conversation with Monisha. Monisha hit me up and we were talking. We talked for a little while, asking questions. Like, I told her exactly what I do. This is the company I use. This is how much they charge me. This is how much I pay. This is how much, you know what I mean? Like, that's just the way I feel it should be. Like, I really believe that abundance. And the crazy part is, I know for a fact some of the info that I share, people be charging thousands for it. And how I know that is because we'll get to that in a second. Because yesterday on social media, like almost exploded, at least in the local scene, like with some of the and I ain't talking about nobody because I don't do that. None of that stuff's my business. But my inbox went crazy with somebody exposing somebody for stealing money, and people start sending me receipts. I'm like, I ain't gonna do with this. Although I do want to make one comment about it though. Dave has a very astute option. Yes, he does. Absolutely, he does. The one thing I want to say is, man, and I was talking to I talked to all our folks, man. I definitely talked to all our folks, but I was talking to Ashley today because we were talking about the things that transpired. And one of the things I was telling her is like, I understand that we want to help each other and do business with each other. Yo, but we got to get paperwork, yo. People was doing 6-figure deals with certain people and not even getting it signed or no paperwork, no paper trail. And, you know, Tracy said, look, you got professionals and you got gurus. Like, a professional got something to protect, and you can go to court if y'all don't agree. Some of these gurus, you ain't getting no paperwork. So that's all I want to say is really protect yourself and protect your family, because it got real nasty with these folks online yesterday. But and Ashley's usually here. I don't know where she at. Now I'm going to cuss her out because we actually was talking today. But, yeah, shout out to Diamond Dave. I see Jamil says something. No remorse. I just don't kick it with anybody who ain't talking about ish no more. Got it. Yeah, I enjoy Diamond's YouTube videos. They're very poignant. Get you to look at situations differently. That's how every conversation with Dave is. I'm like, nah, but what about this? He was like, no, but see, we gotta realize that. And he starts breaking it down. I'm like, Diamond Dave, you'd be an amazing cult leader, bro. I already know what somebody is about by how their life is now. If they was about wealth, then they wouldn't be as old as they are still doing this. All right, so let's unpack that, right? I understand what you're saying, but there's certain circumstances and situations that put people in certain boxes.
Yeah, man.
And you never know when somebody is ready to make a change, right? Everybody don't get it at the same time. Like, there's certain folks that get it when they're
GC's also young, so I get his perspective though. Because I was there. I was there. Like, if you either you with it or you know what I mean? My phrase used to be get right or get left. You know what I mean? Like, that really was me. Get right or get left.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I can't.
I get that. But GC, as you grow, and that's why I love GC's energy, because GC always gives us that energy of someone younger than us, and like GC is about it. Like GC, like, look, he wouldn't be there. Like,
he bought that life, and I love it.
You didn't invent Facebook. What do you say? You would have invented Facebook if you'd invented Facebook. Whatever that line is from the movie. GC, like, look, either you do it or you don't. But I got somewhere to be. You know what I'm saying? All right. I watch Dave here and there. I like people who make me say ouch sometimes. Yeah, that's definitely he one of them. He one of them. Those are facts. Professionals versus gurus. Yes, it's definitely a difference. Jim, you provide more value than many expect. My God, Junior harps on how much you helped him and his family cop their home. Forgot to oh man, listen, it is what it is, man. I appreciate you sharing that.
Love. Yeah, that's real love. Right
that's my payback right there. When people say like, "Yo, you helped me," like that is what it is.
Man, I got an inbox from somebody this week that copped some tax lien properties off some information I gave him in an inbox, man.
That's fire.
and they was just like, yo, like that's real love, man.
That's
Like
what it's about, man.
they you know, I was just like, damn, like
My brother Khalid put a poster. I didn't even know he would do it. Like someone, like he tagged me. He wrote a post on my Facebook wall. I was like, yo, this feel real is like 2008ish, 2007ish, when some people just to write on each other's walls. But I
yeah.
helped him yesterday because he told me something I didn't even know, by the way. And real quick, but GC says, yeah, that's cool, but I don't got time for it. He was scrambling because I think is one of the big crypto joints were going down. Was it? It wasn't Kraken. It was something else. Is Kraken going away? Is it
Yeah,
Bitfinex?
they definitely was on their top. I don't know if they went away, but they
One of the
definitely
big
was
boys.
under
He was telling me
SEC
he
scrutiny.
called me scrambling because he has a bunch of money in. Or I shouldn't put his business out there, but he left it on the exchange, and he was trying to understand exchange versus wallet, like some of the basic stuff. He just knew to buy stuff, but he didn't know. And they sent him a notice like you better remove your stuff because whatever this exchange is
You
going
about
bye
to
bye.
go down.
But the name he said was a big name. I don't swear he said Kraken or Bitfinex. I don't think it was Bitfinex. It may have been Kraken.
No, Bitfinex still out here. I ain't
Okay.
seen Kraken in a while, so it might have been Kraken.
Yeah, one of them is getting ready to go bye bye, and he was but yeah, he left me a message like, "Man, you saved my crypto life," and I'm like, "Bro, I'm just sharing the information, man. That's what it's about.
That's just yeah.
That's what it's about."
If you got if stuff going on like that, hit my inbox. I will literally just tell you what to do. I will
Bitrix, that's it. Thank you, Rich. They used to be one of the big boys too. I said Kraken and Bitfin. It was actually Bitrix. That's the one right there. All right, that's it. Bitrix. They used to be like one of the big players. I ain't heard them in a while, but he had a bunch of stuff just sitting there.
They talking about bringing FTX back. People crazy, man. People out here wild out.
Yeah, that's definitely wild out.
Yeah, so I'm let me let me say thank you to the community, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is why, right? Because I can reach out to any, like I did some things earlier this year with the students in my school where I reached out to the community.
Oh yeah, that was dope.
And they definitely reached back and said, you know what I mean? Like, you love when you reach out and people reach back out. You know what I mean? I reached my hand out and I definitely didn't get, how people will reach their hand out like this and then they'll pull their joint back on you.
Or they give you a little soft. I call them the scarf handshake.
Yeah.
Shake my hand. Don't be giving me that little scarf handshake. Yeah, come on with that nonsense, man.
Yeah, like the week I ain't catch one of those. I definitely caught the strong handshake, eye contact.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Show love. You know what I mean? Like the community showed up and showed out for me. And those kind of things give me hope, right?
Yeah.
Because when, like, if you know me, people will tell you I got the ugliest trust issues in the world. And the ugliest trust issues is that I trust people to do exactly what they're going to do. Like, it's not that I don't trust you. I trust you so much that whatever you do is what you do. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, I trust you fully to do whatever you're going to do. Like, I'm on some DMX stuff. Like, I trust you 100% to do whatever you're going to do.
Listen, Maya Angelou says when people show you who they are, believe them.
Yeah, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, people will say, like, I got crazy trust issues, but really, I'm the most trusting person in the world because I trust you to do whatever it is. Like, it's hard to disappoint me because all I'm going by is whatever you do.
But explain to the folks watching when you reached out to the people, what you asked them to do and what they did for you.
So I reached out to them for people to come in and talk to my students about what they do, how much they make doing it, and how you get to from where they were as a student to where they currently are in whatever life thing, and relating it to math because I teach math, and
you had people that were attorneys, you had people in real estate.
I had insurance folks come out. Now on both sides of it, people who do insurance claims and claims adjusters. I had people who were barbers, people who do taxes, accountants. I had lawyers. I had
so basically people from all walks of life supported you.
Like Jim came through. You know what I mean? I had 4 or 5 different people in real estate that did 4 or 5 different things.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So they got a full look at what the world could be like for them, and these are math-based careers.
And
You
by the
see what
way,
I'm saying?
everyone you had come through are people that look like us, right?
100%. I don't
Yeah.
play. I don't play around with pale skins when it comes to.
No,
I don't put.
I'm just putting it out
No,
there.
I don't never. I will never start off by putting somebody pale in front of my people. That's not something I'm gonna do because representation matters.
Yeah,
And it's not. I don't got nothing against them folks. For me, representation matters, and I'm never going to put someone else in front of my people when I can put somebody black in front of them. If all else fails and I can't find nobody black, then of course, you know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
Of course, I'm gonna put whoever I gotta put in front of the people. But I'll be damned if I'm going to start there.
Yeah,
I don't start there. I never start there. I always listen. Everything that I've ever accomplished in my life, a black person helped me accomplish. Every single thing. So
yeah.
you can't tell me that the black community doesn't what the black community doesn't do or can't do. I literally have never asked a white person for anything in my entire life.
But see, that's why we got to get away from it. And when I say we, I'm talking to me too, I'm talking to myself. From that, sometimes we go on these rants and we be like, we don't support each other. Well, yes, we do.
That's
like,
yes,
we do.
Yes, that's BS.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
I've never had to, you know what I mean? Not for nothing.
Yeah,
I've literally
terrifies.
I couch surfed on black people's couches for 5 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like I was living crazy.
Adrian said, "Though Corey doesn't do melanin redacted."
It's not true. Okay, it is true.
Oh man, I'm using that slang, melanin redacted. Yeah, Adrian be wilding, yo. I was going to say cauliflower colonizers, but that's either here nor there.
No, but see,
here's the thing, though.
The thing about it is if I'm going to put somebody in front of my people and I'm gonna show like, look, it can be done.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like this can be done by someone who looks like you. Like it's not only that it can be done; it can be done by somebody who looks and was exactly who you were 10, 15, 20 years ago.
Because it does matter, man. Shout out to our brother Ross Hassan, man. He sent me a beautiful message, man. He was like, he was just thanking me, and he was like, because he got a deal he doing. He was like, man, look, like watching you do it, let me know that it could be done. And I was like, see, messages like that, bro, that's everything. But
same.
I want to shout him out because he doing his thing right now. GC says, I'll be having to check folks when I hear them speak about how black people don't work together. Yeah. I've got to be honest. Like I've said that in the past because sometimes you get frustrated when something doesn't go a certain way. Nothing but cap. And the craziest part about it is I can show them multiple examples and they be like, that's just the exception. Yeah, it's not the exception. We just got to be honest, like, but when someone says that exposes their environment in psychology, it's true. It's true. Like, but I understand the frustration and the trauma that comes with that, though.
Yep. See, the thing about it is, as you get older, you realize you got to be okay with that, and you just got to let them live. You know what I mean? Like, that's not somebody you can have around you constantly because that person will be an energy vampire to you.
Yeah.
But the thing about it for me is,
y'all talked about it. Oh yeah, listen, Mosaic, we doing crazy. Speaking of that though, I just put a joint on the market. This house is fire. I don't know if y'all saw it. I got this crazy drone video. You see that property?
Oh yeah, man. Oh, Jim, I was like, ooh, did Mike do that joint for you, or you did it?
No, I got this, brother. It's my new secret weapon. But let me see if I can show y'all what I'm talking about, because it's on my real estate page.
I know Mike was doing the drone footage.
He does like still shot photography, so that's why I hired him.
He don't do the
not this John, but this John right here went crazy.
No. And boy, he's sick with the drone because he was getting in small ass little corners and spaces.
I was sitting right there when he did it. He was like, "You want to get in?" I'm like, "I'm not getting in the photo, man. I'm trying to be behind the scenes." But I'm watching him. So as he does it, I got the goggles on, watching how he does it. I'm like, "Yo, how do your pilot game is on another level, bro?"
I was like, "Ooh." He was getting in a little
his pilot game is I'm gonna show y'all real fast. All right, let me share my screen. Yeah, he killed that though. He killed that. But if any of y'all looking to cop, bro, I definitely got it for sale. You know what I'm saying? I got whatever you need.
GC says black folks working together in big business. And he says, I know black founders that's working together to raise millions of dollars for their startups.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, so
What's
this is
up,
the
Chaz?
so this right here for those watching. This is a property. Let me know when you can see it, Core.
It's still white screen. All right, there we go.
So I just want y'all to see. I want y'all to see this dude's drone work. Did I share the sound with it? Oh, let me reshare it though. Make sure I share the sound. This dude's drone work is crazy. All right, where's the share tab audio? All right, there we go. So let me know when it's back up, Core, and I'll hit play.
There we go.
All right, let me message. All right, let's get it.
We ain't getting no sound, and it's joint on. All right, we got sound.
Here we go. All right, let's go. Ready?
My man got the background music and everything. This thing dragging, yo.
His poly game is crazy.
Yeah, man. My man got whip game. He drifting like he on Fast and Furious. This house nice as hell too.
Yeah, it's a beautiful area. And they got a nice piece of land back there too. You made this job like that. I don't know how you did that. That's just sick. Yeah, but that's his drone game is fire. So yeah, but his drone game is fire, bro. He on another level with it. But let's get back to these comments though. Chaz is in the building. Appreciate that, Chaz. To be able to control it while to be inside the house, yeah, it was absolutely insane. Watching him do it was insane too. But that's another conversation about like just being good at whatever it is you do, and people will seek you out. Yeah, a lot of times, investing in what it is you're good at is always, people will find you. Appreciate that. He doing that with a drone. Yeah, he did the whole joint with a drone. I was like, all right, so anything I'm selling now, I gotta call this boy. Any of my flips, anything, he's gonna be a part of that. So that was a mini drone. That was a mini joint. Thanks, Chaz. Let's see. I lost my drone the same day I got it. Flew it right into the Delaware. Rich, I ain't gonna tell you, yo. I went and got a drone before. I went and got the drone license. I went out and I was crashing. I was the worst pilot known to man. I sold that drone on eBay, and I said, "Again, listen. Let me stick to what I do, man. Let me stop trying to be everything." Which I might have been worse.
Yo, that's so funny, yo.
I ain't flow mine into the Delaware though, so you might got me beat though. You flew yours right into the Delaware. That's wild. I got a couple $2 for mine on eBay. I would have knocked everything over just tore the place up. Yeah. So yeah, he did his thing. That was fire. Appreciate that. He said I would have tore your house up.
Yeah, man. I would have been banging in the windows. I would have been spinning and stuff. Like it was like I was like, damn, bullwhip game, crazy.
Yeah. So Chad says, I got a drone. I never used it. I got to break it out.
Yeah, man. If you can get to that level,
you got to practice though.
You gotta get your game up because Bull his good game is crazy.
I used to go to the park and try to practice, but I always ended up in a tree somewhere. So I just like, I'm done. This ain't what I do, man. I don't do this. I make memes. With that being said, though, man, this is a great conversation tonight, Core. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all for pulling up. We're gonna do our giveaway. By the way, tonight's giveaway is sponsored by the recent college graduate, hey LaJoya, man. I don't know how you know. LaJoya pulled right up before we do the giveaway. Look at LaJoya. Cola is in the building. Shout out to LaJoya. Legit. Look, Corey was saying all kinds of sweet things about her earlier. She wasn't even here. You missed all the great stuff Corey said about you. You pull up when we about to get out of here. Drone video of me trading Spy up and down. Yo, Chaz been killing Spy lately, man. Spy gonna try to rumble you, Chaz, because you're doing it too dirty. Yeah, man. But anyway, want to shout out brother Jose again. I made a raw broccoli shrimp salad. Okay, all right, I heard that. So she cooking up. She cooking up. Right. So with that being said, though, Jose, our recent graduate, she smelled the Bitcoin, and he already putting this one in the air. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to be put into our giveaway. Now, tonight, I'm being honest, this isn't us giving it away. This is Jose giving it away. Jose has donated $100. He wants to give away. He wants to give 4 people $25 of Bitcoin. So tonight's giveaway is sponsored by our brother, the newest graduate, Jose. You know what I'm saying?
Jose, management graduate with a minor in finance.
Jose, you thought about what you're gonna do with your degree? You gonna try to like work in the field, or what you gonna do? All right, so put them ones in the air, man, and everybody, you know, when y'all win, make sure y'all send love to our brother Jose, man. Let me get the other site open too, Core, so I can start to put these names in. And by the way, while I'm doing that, make sure you check out our podcast. Our podcast is back. Our most recent episode got some great feedback about that. Well, Corey and I are talking about credit card debt. A long conversation about credit card debt and how half of the internet be lying. All y'all to be saying I pay my bills off every month. Some of y'all lying. Some of y'all lying. Data shows some of y'all lying. So, you know, we're going to put that out there. But watch our new episode. It's pretty good. You can listen to it on an audio platform, or you can, you know, watch it on YouTube or Facebook. In terms of, before I start putting these names, in terms of content, what about Watch the Scene? So I'm caught up on Snowfall, caught up on Abbott. I'm listening to this podcast I started listening to today, right? And I like it so far, but I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It's mad ratchet, right? It's only a couple episodes, by the way. It's called
you and this ratchet TV, broski.
No, this is a podcast though. It's called The Ghetto CEO, right? And it said being a CEO is ghetto. That's the name of this joint. But it's about a chick who's an entrepreneur, and she has guests on, but they tell the truth. It's all about the ugly side of running your own business. That's a comment I want to make anyway, real quick, before I start putting these names in the joint, man. I always get into arguments with folks that run their own business a lot of times, and they be like, you know, you a sucker if you got a job and you got to run your own business. And I'm like, some of y'all, right? Some of y'all got this whole thing with this hustle culture. Y'all want to outwork and work harder than everybody. I ain't about that life, man. I'm about doing as little as possible to make as much as possible, right?
Working way too hard.
I know people worth millions that work jobs and they don't work as hard as some of y'all do to make 20,000. So I mean, let's be honest, right? Are we gonna be honest, or are we just gonna like go with what Instagram tells you?
And like you shooting shots at people who got jobs. LeBron James got a job. You shooting shots at him?
Talk to him.
LeBron James got a job. My man out here.
People are so caught up in this hustle culture, like what did Joe
James get his check signed by the LA Lakers?
I'm trying to be a bare minimum boy, as a Joe Budden phrase. I'm trying to do a bare minimum, make as much as possible, man. Y'all can have all that hard work, dog. That's my new motto moving into 2024. Y'all keep all the hard work. Just give me the chicken, man.
You can say hard work is for suckers.
Hard work is for suckers, man. Yes, it is. All right, let's get to it, though. Let's get to it. By the way, again, I'm going to say this again because we appreciate it, man. Our community always looks out. Pass always looks out. Jose looks out. Tonight is sponsored by our brother Jose. I know Raphael from Tweet Talk was already, I remember his name. I know LaJoy is here. Or read some names to me, bro.
Rich. Tim. Angela. Samuel. Brianna, Linda.
You said Linda?
Yep.
The L-Y or L-I?
L-I.
I'll make sure I don't want to disrespect nobody.
Jamil.
Uh-huh.
Gregory.
Uh-huh.
Adrian. Reggie. We met Reggie at the Bitcoin conference we was at Howard
DC?
University in DC. Yeah.
Yeah, that's coming back up to September. But go ahead though. Shout to Reggie.
You shot me a message, Reggie, man. My life got crazy. I gotta get back to you, and I'm sorry I haven't gotten back to you. I'm gonna get back with you ASAPidly. I gotta get back to that message.
LA. Right, what's up, Reg? Who's next after Reggie?
LA Sound.
Okay, LA Sound. Okay, what we got next?
Millie Block. I don't know who Millie Block is. Cheating ass Vidon.
All right.
Chess.
Mm-hmm.
Lance.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the last person I see.
All right. I'm going to read everybody's name off. If I don't say your name, make sure you put it in there. So we got Tweet Talk, LaJoya, Rich, Tim, Angela, Samuel, Brianna, Linda, Jamil, Greg, Adrian, Reggie, LA Sound, Millie Block, Cheating Ass Vidon, Chaz, and Lance. Give it a couple seconds before we spin. Remember, we got 4 winners tonight. All sponsored by our brother Jose. And by the way, Greg, I want to shout out Greg too. Greg, that crib that you had showed for us over on Price, we got somebody in there today. So appreciate you for your help. Greg be in the streets hustling with us, man. So shout out to Greg.
I ain't mad at
that. I just caught up on Snowfall. The last episode was wild. Since he got tired of yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Sissy be wilding, yo. Somebody tried to tell me that.
Put Champ in there.
Worst mom in TV history. I don't know about that. I pay mine off every month. A credit card is a debit card with rewards. Yeah. All right, so Pax, you're in the
10%.
Yeah, you're in the minority.
You in the 10%ers.
All right, let's see. Chaz. What her Don says. Dude, but one car on Toro and start. Yo, that's super facts. I know it. I'm not gonna say nobody's name. I know a dude who bought one crib and started selling courses about $1 million real estate deal. Like literally. Like he had one joint. So that's real. Yeah, appreciate you, Greg, no doubt. So it says, why y'all say cheating ass Vidon like it's on his birth certificate? Listen, man.
When we first started this, Don won like 9 out of the first 10 spins we did on this wheel, man.
Don used to win our stuff so much, right? And he still wins every once in a while. But when we first, Don would win so much that it wouldn't even just be our Friday show. We did like webinars, right? We did like webinars and Don webinars and everything. He win there too. No matter where we did something, Don would win. So that's how he got the name, because we figured he must got some sort of hack on the algorithm. So we start calling him Cheating Ass Vidon. But that's our brother though, man. Don is that guy, man. So for those that don't follow Don, make sure you follow him on social. Just don't follow him on Twitter though. Don't follow him on Twitter, especially if you watch your Twitter from work, because it's all love, Don. I just gotta be honest though. I gotta be honest with
safe for work.
I gotta be honest with the people though, Don. But Don's my guy though. Black wealth and black other stuff. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, so
black wealth and black cheeks.
Black wealth and black buns. That's my guy Don though. Shout out to our brother Don though. But let's get it spinning though. Remember, everything is sponsored this evening by our brother Jose. So again, salute Jose. Let's get the first one and see who's winning. Remember, you have to let me know you're still here. You got to inbox me, email me, just get in contact with me, and you will get paid this evening. But let's get it started. Man, shout out to those people that got been getting Bitcoin from us when it was really on a drop, and now they up. Oh, Linda is a winner. Our first winner is Linda. In fact, you know what? Let me write these names down too. There's 4 people. And I want to make sure I don't forget nobody. And I know some people trying to slick like, "Yo, I won." I'm like, "No, you didn't." All right, so we got Linda.
Running down in our inbox. Get out of here.
Come in the inbox. I won tonight. Like, yeah, all right.
Get out of here.
So Linda, shoot myself a message. Shoot Corey a message. Email us bythehoodllc@gmail.com. Speaking of that, Corey, you never know who's watching you. I got a call from a lady in Oklahoma City who's looking to do what we do with the camp out there. And I'm like, Oklahoma City? Yeah, I saw you on Facebook. I'm like, damn, like someone I didn't know. But so anyway, man, you never know who's watching. With that being said, though, let's get to the next one. Congrats, Linda. Remember to hit us up. Boom. Oh, LA Sound with the W. All right, so inbox myself. I'm at JW the Blueprint on everything. At By the Hood, or you want to hit Corey up at Above Average Savage, but you still gotta let me know you're still here, LA Sound, or email us bythehoodllc@gmail.com. So that's 2. Let's get to the 3rd. Samuel with the W. Sam, shoot me a message. Sam's? My fault. A little lean on me flashback. All right, so
La Sound or LA Sound, you gotta let us know you here.
Yeah, we still got a 4th one to go, but if LA Sound don't say nothing soon, we're gonna respin that thing because that's what we do. But let's get to the 4th one though. Oh, there we go. LA Sound is in the building. I'll email you. So it's bythehoodllc@gmail.com. Sam also said he's here. Sam, inbox me, email us, just get in touch with us, and we'll get you paid this evening.
Don left his Twitter handle up here.
This is Don. Yeah, this is Don right here on Twitter. Make sure you follow our brother. But you know, if you're into Buns of Black Wealth, Don got you covered. That's our brother Don right there. All right. So with that being said, here's the last one. Before I spin the last one, I want to say this. Make sure you continuously check out our pod. You know what I'm saying? Leave us a review, all the good stuff. You know, By the Hood podcast. It's me and Corey chopping it up. If you want to come on a pod and just talk trash with us, let us know. Like, so the way we reformatted our pod is not necessarily focusing on telling people's story, although we will do some of that, but we just slowed down on that because folks be out here selling wolf tickets. But if you want to come on and just kick it with us and talk about topics, we talk about all Black wealth topics. Let us know. Like, y'all are family, so y'all want to come on and just talk ish with us. Let's do that.
Yeah, just hit the inbox, and you ain't got a lot to kick it.
You know, I love all hip hop references. All right, so here's the 4th person. Good luck to everybody, but let's see who this is. Oh, it was close. Oh, Angela.
Angela.
All right, Angela, let us know you here. Let us know you here. Hit one of us up. And everybody that won, that's Linda, LA Sound, Samuel, and Angela. Make sure y'all shout out our brother Jose. This is all sponsored by Jose. So y'all, everybody say thanks to Jose, but also send Jose a congratulations because Jose is, you know, we gotta celebrate our folks that do well. I know my family be watching the show, but I gotta say this anyway, man. I had one of my younger cousins, man, just came home, right? And he's been in and out several times. And my aunt got mad at me because she's like, we gotta throw a party and celebrate. I'm like, for what? Like, for what? Point being, when our brothers do amazing stuff like Jose did in terms of like Jose just giving back, because Jose gives back a lot.
Party.
We gotta celebrate that kind of stuff, man. And Jose, I want you to know that the stuff that you do for us, man, is appreciated because last year when we did the camp, Jose gave us tremendous, you know, he donated to that to help sort of kids get stipends. You know, he did this tonight, so he always does. And also shout out to our brother Pastor, who's in the comments too, because Pastor always
man. He always show love, man.
But we appreciate y'all, man. Jose, you know, salute to you, man. You know, and shout out to people coming home too. I ain't pooping on y'all just coming home. I'm just saying, like, you know, I just got upset by that. It's like we
setting up a whole program for returning citizens.
Yeah, but don't be asking me to donate money for somebody who just came home last year and he's back in and did another 8. Like, come on, man. Anyway, my fault. I'm venting right now, y'all. With that being said, next Friday we'll be here. Pod dropping Wednesday. Always on IG, Twitter, everything is at By the Hood. Next couple weeks you'll start hearing about our camp coming back. Our camp will be back this summer, so we're going to on setting all that.
You'll hear by the end of the month. You'll hear.
Yeah, so we appreciate that too. Make sure you support that and make sure you let
the kids come on through.
Also, shout out to all the parents and students from Sankofa because that class we got going on is amazing. It's some brilliant black minds out there, man. It's a couple kids in that class.
That's the one thing we get a lot out of teaching because we get to see all the brilliant young children, young minds start.
Yo, and the last thing I'm going to vent on tonight, y'all, and I promise this. So Corey and I do a lot of work in a lot of different places, but what I'm recognizing is the kids that we really want to reach is difficult for us to reach. We only reach them when we get the call to go behind the wall and talk to some of the kids who are incarcerated. But a lot of our other programs, I was trying to do that because somebody was coming to the door. But a lot of our other programs, the kids that actually go to the programs are those people who already have parents involved, which is why they know about it, which is why they come. And I like that. Don't get me wrong. I want to serve them too because they're brilliant. But at the end of the day, they already have an advantage because their parents are very active. I got an email today from one of the parents from when we did the program in North Philly this past winter, and she's still asking questions and wanting to send stuff to the kids. Like, so that's one of the things we have to figure out, and maybe you guys can help us. How do we get to those folks whose parents aren't already on top of things, right? That's one of the issues. But I'm just venting again.
We're just talking through you.
No, because maybe y'all have some solutions, and maybe y'all have people that y'all can put us in touch with to get to the real at risk. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. The people that are really at risk, not the ones who already have an upper hand because their parents are very, very active in their life. And there's nothing wrong with that.
We're always going to serve those kids.
Yeah,
we're going to serve them all. But my thing is, we want to serve a larger population of children.
So maybe you guys, we crowdsourced and asking that question. Maybe you got some, some feedback for us, some help, or just something you could tell us. But that's kind of what we're talking about these days. Pot on Wednesday, back next Friday. If you're in the MDC classes, Sunday at noon. Russ's class will be back this Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. We appreciate y'all. Everybody, please stay safe, and we'll talk to y'all. But peace, love.